Hello there, my name's Scott, and today I'm going to be doing the world's worst demonstration of the modmaker.co.uk polishing rig. Now I say the world's worst because I don't really have any mods that are particularly dirty. So basically I'm showing you how to take a relatively clean mod and make it marginally more cleaner or more polished. When I first got it, around, I think it was over 3 months ago now, so my apologies to ModMaker for the length of time it's taken to actually get this recorded for you. But when I first got it, I did have 1 or 2 mods that were a bit dirty, so I thought, well, okay, I'll use that, and it worked an absolute treat. Really good, really easy to use, and the results were, fantastic, basically. At the time, I thought to myself, do you know what? I know I've got a load of old copper and brass mods stuck away in the drawer somewhere. So what I'll do is I'll save those, and when it gets to the review, I can use those in the review because it will give you a better example of turning a really ugly, crappy looking mod in terms of how much it's patinaed into a nice shiny new one again. This morning though, when I went to go and find those mods, I realised I must have given a lot of them away over the years because I didn't have as many as what I thought I did, and the ones that I did have were so old that they had a 901 connection, which was basically those mods came out before the 510 threading even existed, so my memory of them wasn't quite as accurate as what I thought it was. Now, going through my drawers and cupboards, I've been trying to find a dirty mod to actually demonstrate the jig in action, but they're all mainly stainless steel ones, the ones that have actually got a 510 connection, and they're all relatively clean already, so it's not going to be the best demonstration, unfortunately. But nevertheless, I'm going to show you it. And, if you use your imagination a bit, you should be able to get a good idea of how it works. And if you have got a dirty brass or heavily patinaed brass mod in front of you, you're going to quickly realise just how nice and easy it will be to clean with the modmaker.co.uk polishing jig. And this jig, incidentally, was designed and created by Rick at ModMaker, who's the guy who owns modmaker.co.uk. Okay, so I don't know what I'm looking over there for. There's nothing to help me. Let's go to the camera behind me. I'm going to show you it in a little bit more detail. It's also used for not just polishing your mod, but also polishing your atomizer. And again, I'm going to give you a really bad example there where I'm cleaning a relatively clean atomizer already. But I'll show you what comes in the pouch, how it works, and then obviously give you a very bad demonstration of it in use. Bear in mind, it's not the product at fault, it's my shiny mods basically. Okay, so let's go to the camera behind me and show you in a bit more detail. Right then, so the ModMaker polishing rig will come in a small presentation pouch, and inside the pouch you're going to find 2 adapters. One is going to be used for polishing a tubular mod, and the other one is used for polishing an atomizer. And then in addition, also include 2 spare O-rings. Both adapters are made out of stainless steel, and this particular one here is used for polishing a tubular mod. So this is how it's going to work. You have this long shaft here, and this will be installed into the chuck on your drill. There's a little bit of laser etching at the end there where it says ModMaker Designs. You have a knurled section which is going to be used to give you that little bit of extra grip when it comes to unscrewing things, and then right on the base you have a 510 threaded connection and an O-ring which is seated in this groove. And if I hold this at the right angle, you can see the O-ring is just sitting proud ever so slightly, and this is going to give you that little bit of protection and avoid any metal on metal contact. So as you screw your mod on, it's actually going to be sitting on top of the O-ring rather than on top of the metal. So you install this into the chuck on your drill, you screw your mod on the end, you turn your drill on, it's going to start spinning it around, and then as it is spinning, you just hold a polishing cloth against it and all the grime and muck will disappear, and it should come up all nice and shiny. Then once you have finished polishing your mod, you unscrew it and then grab hold of the second adapter. That's going to screw on like so. And then you can also grab hold of your atomizer, as long as it's got a 510 threaded connection, and then screw that on, and then just repeat the process to bling up your atomizer as well. So that is the crux of it basically. So let's put it into practice and show you how to polish one of my mods. Right, so first thing I need to do is whack it into my Old Faithful here, nice Makita cordless drill, which I've had for about 15 years and it's still going strong. So I'm just going to stick that in the end there and then just tighten it up. And that's it. I can then grab hold of a mod. Now, unfortunately, most of my mods are actually pretty clean. I mean, I haven't used a mechanical tube mod for a long time and I thought they'd be really grubby by now. But other than the ones that I've already cleaned, the rest are still pretty good. And I've got a Nemesis here, which, like I say, that doesn't look particularly dirty, but it's the only thing I've got to actually demonstrate it. Just going to screw that onto the end now. Hope you can see, if I can get that right. There's a slight gap there, you can see where it's sitting on the actual O-ring rather than on the metal. And then obviously if I give that a spin, you can see it's all spinning around nicely. So I'm going to grab hold of just a microfiber cloth. And I've got some polishing compound here. It's meant to be for acrylic, but it seems to work perfectly fine on the metal as well. So I'm just going to do a little dab of that. Give it a spin and just hold the cloth against it, and hopefully it should make at least some sort of improvement. And it looks pretty much exactly the same. Oh, I really need a dirty mod to try and highlight this. But imagine if that was brass and heavily patinaed. I'll tell you something, you'd notice the difference then. It would look mint now. But because I've only got stainless steel mods available and they're all fairly clean, it's not really... and all got a brush finish as well, so it's not really the best option. Let's try one other mod and see if that makes any difference. But that's not a fault of the actual product. You know, the product does work well, but it's a fault of me only having clean mods. It's me. Right, again, I've got an old Podiak here. I think that's what they're called, Podiak mod. Let's give it another try. And again, this doesn't look too dirty. I mean, like some of the shiny areas here, the polished areas, may come up looking a little bit better. We'll soon find out.
That's shaft action.
And well, the polished areas definitely look a little bit more polished. I'm just going to buff that up a bit. I think there's a definite improvement there. Again, like it wasn't that particularly dirty, but yeah, that's a big improvement actually. I can see a nice reflection there now. So hopefully, like I said, now if you've got a really dirty mod, you're going to notice a massive, massive difference, and it will transform literally in front of your eyes. So let's unscrew that now, and give another really bad demonstration with a nice clean atomizer as well. Right, so I'm now going to grab hold of the atomizer section and just screw that on. And I'm going to be using my Kennedy 24, and I use this every single day for about the last, well, God knows how long, with the bottom feeding pin there now on a Squonk mod. And no, stainless steel doesn't really sort of tarnish or get particularly dirty, and it's a brushed finish as well, so it's not going to look much different. But again, it's all about giving you the idea of how it's going to work. Oh gosh, it's the worst demonstration ever. I'll never get a job on QVC. Right, okay, hopefully there'll be some sort of comedy value amongst this. Add a little dab of that again. Right, how to turn a clean RDA into a slightly cleaner RDA. Oh, for fuck. Yes, everything's going fucking pear-shaped with this, isn't it? Fucking hell. Alright, well, let's say you turn a pretty clean atomizer into a slightly cleaner atomizer. Okay, so if you are still watching this car crash of a video demonstration, I do appreciate you sticking around. And once again, my apologies for not having any dirty mods to give you a really good demonstration of just how good and quick and efficient this little gadget can actually be. If you go along to the ModMaker website though, on the product page you will find other videos from Todd and from Vaping Biker, as well as Rick, the owner of ModMaker. And in their videos they do have quite grubby mods. Obviously they don't keep their hands as clean as what I do. Joking, of course. And in their videos you will see just how quick it is to turn a really grubby looking mod into a nice blingy work of art. Just literally a few pulses on the old drill and that's it, jobs are good. It's priced at £11.99. I don't think that's a bad price at all. And if you have got a big pile of dirty and grubby mods in front of you, it's going to save you a hell of a lot of time and give you really, really good results. Okay, I think there's not a lot else I can really say about it, so I'm going to cut my losses and wrap it up there. If you do fancy trying one out for yourself, go along to modmaker.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching. Also come along and visit the website at ecigreviews.com. That's e-sig-reviews.com. Cheers guys, happy vaping. See you later.